Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Terra Magica. Yes, and I am, of course, not alone. I have, as always, my good friend with me here, Coaster Cat. Hello.
Hello, what's up, my man?
What is good, man? How you been?
Let's see what you got for us today.
Oh, I have something very exciting. Honestly, I think this is I know we keep on saying this more or less, but I'm very proud of this build we're seeing today, and I think it adds so much to the town. As you can see, we're in the city right now, building today, and we kind of want to focus a little bit more on this part here because we know there's a lot of work behind this. So we might as well just get started, So yeah, but today I'm building this little, I guess you can call it some sort of a little town transitioning into another part of town in a way. This is on a different level, so you kind of like you go up some stairs to go up here. We kind of wanted to have that in here so it felt like a city that had different levels and stuff like that, right? So
Yeah, I guess you could call it a gatehouse or
okay, yeah,
the word
that's
for it. Yeah.
that's actually without it actually having any gates, but it just have an arch, but it kind of
Yeah,
works.
but still, yeah,
It
an
kind of works
arch
as that.
house.
Yeah, exactly. So so here I had a few pictures I was looking at too from our Pinterest folder, and I kind of like try to mix match a few things together, and I kind of came up with this guy here, and I think it turned out great, as you guys saw in the cinematics real quick, and you guys will then now see like this build evolve dramatically, like on this scale here, on how quick it goes. I was in a freaking groove with this build here, man. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
I like how you start out with the tilted wood, get banked outwards. It's
Yeah.
always a good way to start a tower.
Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
man. And there's just something about building towers, isn't there?
Yeah, I love making towers. I've been
I don't know
doing
what it
some
is.
myself for Terra lately. I'm working on one as well, which you guys will see later on a
You
video as well.
you're
And
working
yeah,
on a lot of things.
there's so much fun to make with towers. And yeah,
I th- I think it's because it's the composition and depth it can kind of give, you know, like, and it just adds so much to your build. Like having a little extra peak, like a chimney, like it could be a tower, it can be a flagpole, like just all these things. They really work well, and it's just fun. It's just fun to experiment. I feel like.
yeah, but a tower always adds a level to a building, and also when you have a city, it also adds a level to the city.
Yes, exactly,
You get a
exactly.
lot of height differences between the buildings, and that's what makes yeah, both the tower and the city stand out.
Yes,
So
I agree. I'm 100% with you there.
that's why you can never have enough towers.
Never, never. It's a must. So, but yeah, towers are just, it's just as you say, it's just fun, and it really adds so much to the entire building or whatever you're building, pretty much. So, and as you can see here, I'm kind of doing like half a custom roof here slash nuts. I'm using the spire from the Twilight, and then I kind of like add my own kind of touches to, which I remember you actually asked when I sent the picture, is the roof custom made? And I was like, it kind of is.
Yeah, I was wondering because I didn't recognize the
Yeah, so you can
like
see some of it is
yeah, the
custom.
pieces. Now that I see it, it's really clever what you did.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes we gotta think out of the box to get these different angles and stuff to connect.
And the best things are when people can't tell if it's custom or not. So yeah, good job.
Yes, so I did good. Yes. um, but yeah, I'm moving a little bit back and forth here because, as you guys saw, it's a very intricate build. It has a lot of different angles, and it has a lot of buildings attached to each other to make it feel like a bigger and majestic build, which I really like this sort of concept, that like it's a huge building that has additional housing, but it feels like a whole complex, like a whole. And feel like we need that a lot in the town here. We need some big majestic builds that can have a lot of people, a lot of residents in, right? So yeah. Moving forward to the roof here, and this one I was struggle a little bit with, honestly, because as you can see on the right side, I have my first try that didn't go so well, and I wanted to have a specific angle on this to make it completely worth. And it took a few tries. Of course, I cut most of that out, so you guys won't be bothered with that. But at the end, it actually turned out super cool. You can see I have this very like crazy angle on it. It almost goes towards itself at the top, you know. So it's a little bit intricate, this roof, but I finally managed to get it done, as you can see here. Gotta cut out some pieces here. This is like just a very old school way I'm doing this on, honestly, because
oh, now you're just cutting.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's kind of neat. I like that. I don't think I ever tried it. Something like this.
It just makes the
Not
thing.
a bad idea. Okay, maybe I did, but not that I can remember.
Right, and as you can see,
It's
I kind
a
of
really
yeah.
It's a really simple way of making
It's
it's
just
a complicated structure. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just also, if you don't want to like try to get it precisely like with the angles before you turn it around, there's just no need. So you might as well just do this. It saves you a lot of time, honestly. It's a lifesaver method, pretty much.
Yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Maybe I did do it, but not that I can remember.
Right.
I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes it, like, as you can see here, it still looks super nice. You can even put in some planks to make it feel like
works
the
great.
pieces meets up. Yep, exactly.
It's a very unique spire roof. I never
Yes.
seen anyone done something like this before.
No, and I felt like that was what made it unique, and that's why I wanted to nail it 100%.
Definitely.
You know. So, and I mean, we have made so many spires and towers for this series too that might, like,
Yeah.
we give you, like, there's a chimney blueprint collection coming out soon, maybe a spire even too. I mean, we
can do that if we want. Yeah.
we've built a lot of.
We got a lot of chimneys now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we keep on building new ones. I'm making one that is super dope on this one too here, that you guys will see at the very end of the video almost. Very proud of that chimney as well. But yeah, as you can see, sometimes I'm kind of like just building a little bit ahead so I can get like a feeling of it before I go over there. So I build a little foundation, then I go back to the building I know what I want to do with, and then I come back to this, as you can see, adding a little bit of trim pieces here, and now a little door at the bottom, and really trying to mix and match everything probably nice together here, so we get like a nice little doorway. There's nothing in there, it's mainly just pretend, right? So yeah, and some moss, and just really trying to get some good pieces in here. Then we go back to the other tower here. Here I'm building a little structure as well, a little building that also gonna follow up on the little tower situation here, and it actually adds ton of potential as well here. So that's kind of like what you see me do here. I'm cutting it a little bit because it's pretty much the same. I build this and I add some plasters, some roofing, and then I go back to another part of the build, and then I will eventually go back here and finish this one off. So but yeah, it's kind of like just to, you know, get a good overview of what I'm doing, so I don't lose the idea or the whole concept of what I started with, you know. So as you can see here, building just a little square here to the building, and then I'm moving a little bit forward to the mid section. You can see now I added some thatch roof to the building here in the middle, and I felt like that helped so much with the build. Made it a little bit look, yeah, you know, unique.
I like how you always added detail to the top roof trim. For me personally, I always forget that. I always see it in your videos, and then I think, oh yeah, I gotta remember that. But then the next time I build something, I forget it again.
I totally know that feeling, and it's just something it's just something that's in my, like, I just don't forget.
It's in your system, yeah.
Yeah, it's especially when it
yeah.
comes to fantasy stuff, because then you can get away with it, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool here. So now we're moving over to the other section of the build where you can see I'm adding this little extension hallway that's going to connect these two buildings here, to make it feel like this entire build is actually one, but it can also be different, as I mentioned before. And then I'm kind of like just going a little bit crazy with some detailing here, and I kind of want to divide a few things and put in a lot of textures and get it all properly done with the angles. As you can see, there's a little tilt on it at the bottom, as I did on the tower, right? So it's coming along nicely here, and I mean, as I said, I am very, very proud of how this build turned out. I was very excited to show you when I finished it, and I know that you have added a little bit of thing at this section here too, and I have a few ideas in mind as well that I want to add. We want to add a little bit of animal life up here. We don't know exactly what kind yet, but maybe we'll add a little bit of maybe a pigsty or something like that up here. We'll figure it out. But we are eventually having since we can't add rides and etc. in here, we still want some things for people to go look around. So we have to sometimes involve a few animals and also try to make some nice habitats for them, as the cities kind of have up here. We have for the caracals and we have for the birds and all that stuff. So I mean, everything is coming along nicely. And then if you take a wander in the forest, like you'll spot so many animals, and that's what's cool, right? So
yeah, but this area, this building that you're making, deserves some life. So
yes,
I
definitely
agree that we need something in there to attract the attention.
Yes, I agree. Maybe even some shops, even, or something like that. You know, we can always just hide them in the buildings.
Yeah, we can add some shops or something.
We don't have to make interior for everything. Just hide them in there, so people will eventually just go in. You know. So
yeah, I really like now how all the small sections are coming together as one building.
Yes, exactly. I love that too. And I actually came up with like adding like banners or like flags on that little extension that connects these two buildings here, which I think was a kind of a neat little detail.
What you can see now is that it's already looking pretty good because of the composition, and you didn't even have that much detail yet.
No, exactly.
But it already looks good just because of how it's put together.
Yes, that's what I love about like building this sort of stuff. You know, like when you can finally see it without not even being 50% done with the build, then you know this is gonna turn out good.
It's gonna be good. Yes, I know what you mean.
And that's kind of like what keeps the spark alive on your builds, right? That's what keeps the group
Definitely.
going. So and also what's just so nice about this whole zoo now is that if I like maybe are looking for an idea and I can't really come up with one, I can also even just take a walk in the zoo here, or a walk in Terra Magica, and I can get inspired to be like, oh, I can do something similar to this, but maybe just change up a few things, you know. And that's what I like about our zoo already now too, that it gives me ideas even though they're already in the zoo in some way, and that's awesome. That's really, really awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually, now that you mentioned, I'm working on the area that's in front of the city.
Yes.
Which is mostly going to be farms, and I'm actually doing some builds, but they are very much alike. But I changed them up slightly, but they're all the same materials, and it's really fun to do because you can copy stuff from other buildings and add to it or delete some stuff, and
exactly.
Then in the end, you get a lot of buildings really fast.
Yep.
And I really like making. I'm just making blueprints for it now and just place them in later. But yeah.
Oh yeah, you've been going on a freaking roll with that, but that's also because you know personally that you are participating in this year's duo contest again, so you know that there will not be so much Terra Magica time.
No, definitely.
I remember you did that last year too.
Yeah. Yes, we're going again.
So but
Well,
we'll still.
I can. We got a long time now, so I will probably get into Terra at some point.
Yeah, it's not
You know,
one or
just
two times a month or something, right? We shouldn't
yeah,
be.
just do some stuff
And luckily now,
maybe
as you say, you prepare yourself.
maybe work on the farm area a bit because I really like that what I'm working on. So,
Oh yeah, I've seen that, guys. And next episode, if
yeah,
we're gonna, oh my god, that is gonna be so good, so
it all
freaking good.
depends on yeah how the contest goes as well.
Yes, yes.
And also the thing is, I don't have as much time as previous years, so because of some real life stuff,
Yeah, it'd be like that
there
sometimes.
won't be that much time as but yeah, there's always time to do something. So we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, it's all good, man.
And yeah, we're not in a rush.
Exactly.
We,
So
we ain't hearing shit from Frontier regarding Plant Coaster 2, so we got some time, I think.
oh yeah, I think we got plenty of time for that for now
Yeah.
at least. But as you can see here, while we're chatting up a bit, these little side buildings here now are starting to come alive and get like some very nice detailing all the way around. And I'm a big fan of just these thin planks here, like how much they can add to the whole thing, So I'm really digging it. Like also just how
Yeah, the teamwork always it's always nice.
yes. And I'm kind of like just trying to cover up these holes here because like I hate that you can kind of see through if there's nothing there. So it's always just good to just try cover up these things here. It also adds
Yeah,
some.
definitely. Yeah, that's important. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want to look inside and see all these half beams and stuff like that
No, exactly.
sticking through the wall.
And as you can see in the background, I added like I duplicated the wall that was already in the town, like in the back there, and you have the big castle that's been there from the start, back from here too, and gives it a very nice depth too when you look at it. And it's just a nice little position here. I found a place for this build. As you can see, now I'm moving over to making the little bit of an extension window kind of balcony, I guess, here. Towards here, and I'm duplicating that to the other side too, so both of the towers get like the same kind of window, but there are still two different towers in general, and that really changes the whole vibe of the building too, and how you see it as well. And I think that was a very cool little detail as well.
Yeah, these extensions are great. Always, I always like to do these myself as well, and they always add a lot to the build.
Yes.
It's a small thing to do, but it adds so much.
It really does. And
But you gotta not go too crazy with it. You gotta have them in certain spots, but not everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a matter of the right balance.
Really, it literally is.
Sometimes you tend to go too crazy when you're working on fantasy, too crazy with the extensions.
Yeah.
So you gotta keep that in mind.
It's just because you don't have there's really no limit. No one can really judge you on your build in that way because it's just in the fantasy section. So
Yeah, definitely. But I'm just saying that sometimes you have made 4 extensions and then you delete
yeah.
one and you think, oh, this looks way better.
Yes, I
And
agree.
then you delete another one and you think, no, 3 is perfect. Not 2, not 4, I need 3. That's the thing with extension, you need the right amount.
Yes, I agree. As you can see
Same
here,
goes for trim work, really. So,
yeah, trim work is very important. Like a building can live up so much if you just do proper trim on it, literally, for real. But as you can see here, did a little bit of the tower, and now I kind of was like, wait, what if I start adding a few of these things on the top of the roof here? How would that end up looking? And then I was like, oh, I can unsee this now. So
yeah, that's a nice. I like that.
gonna
Like I
add
said
that.
before, I always forget those. So,
Yes. And then I'm mainly just trying to add a lot of additions and trim work and decals and all that stuff to the build here to give it a unique and busy look, And I think it really works out in the long haul. Just all of it at the end here. You can see we're jumping back and forth, but I mean I had a lot of footage, so to make it short and nice for you guys to watch, I had to cut out the more boring stuff. So that's why I'm just telling you guys that. And here I was like, okay, so what if we add some trees, like a little tree root here that's going up along here and kind of like intertwining between all this. And I thought that actually was a super nice touch too, to add some greenery to this as well. So yeah. Here we are.
A little fine work always adds.
Yes. So here comes the chimney I told you about. So I use these. Is it the?
I just want to say though, this new piece from the Oceanic pack, it's really good for chimneys.
It is such a good piece, dude. Like insanely good. Especially that you can color the rocks individually too. So what I'm doing here is that I'm kind of making it look like it's still stacked with rocks, but I just put the decals in it. So that's kind of like, you know, you can kind of see the effect it already has here. It really looks like a chimney. And then I'm just adding the usual buckets on top here. And there's a chimney right there. Boom. Adding in some smoke.
Awesome, man. Another one.
Another one. DJ Khaled. So, and here, look at this little thing I made. I'm pretty proud of this one too. It's a little hanger for some lamps.
Nice.
I forget this piece is there, dude, and we can do so many things with this piece.
What is this called? Which one are you using?
It's from the Twilight pack, I want to say almost. It's the iron for the window.
I didn't recognize it immediately, but
yeah, it's
very nice for little details.
It's such a good piece, dude. Such a good piece. But yeah, we're going back here, as you can see, moving, making a little flower bed, and now I'm detailing this little building over here. You saw me build on in the start. As you see in this kind of pieces here. It's the European window shutter. Yeah, they're from the European pack.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. So adding a little bit of drapes. Doing the same over here, but since I knew that this side was not going to be watchable so much, I obviously did less detailing on that side. But I eventually ended up doing a lot of detailing at the back too. You'll see that in the cinematics, because what you're seeing me work on mainly the front here, because that's the selling. That's what's going to sell you on this, and that's what you're going to be greeted with. So I felt like it had to be very nice. And sometimes I forget so many pieces that are in this game, and I'm just like finding them like 90% into the build, and I'm like, I gotta add this in somewhere, like with those little window frames, right? I was like, dude,
yeah,
I gotta do that.
I mean, I got 600 hours in the game now, and I'm still learning new pieces. So
literally, dude,
yeah,
it's crazy. So as you can see, added the little window extension to this side too, and look how nice it looks from both of them having the same window, but it's two different towers, right? It's really nice. I'm a big fan of that.
Great. Yeah, me too. I love that. Also, yeah, just copying stuff and just playing around with it. It's really fun.
It is, man. It really is. And as you can see here, we're slowly going towards the end of the video here, guys. Like time just goes so fast when we're having a good time. It goes to get like crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
And as you can see here, I'm kind of like doing a little extension to the archway, so it feels like there's more behind the arch here, and it actually gives it a lot more in depth too. And then I was like, we haven't added any gutters, dude, so I wanted to, as you can see here.
Oh wow. We're going to do that now? Jeez, man.
Just a few places, okay? I just felt
I'm not going to do it. I
felt creative.
That's too much for me.
You know how much it adds,
it,
though.
But,
it just adds so much.
Yeah, I agree, it does.
But yeah, we don't have to do that everywhere. But yeah, doing a little, just detailing this little section here.
I like the frame. I like the frame you make.
Yes, I forget.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm too lazy to make a frame like this.
You could just copy paste this one if you go in there next time. It's fine. I allow it. I'm allowing it.
I will.
Good, good.
And now we have the recolor option as well, so
Yes.
then,
So as you can see, some stuff on the backside is still missing, but I'm doing that off camera because it's not really so interesting to see, and the video was still quite long. So you will get to see that in the cinematics that we will come to in a few seconds. Actually, we're just gonna do the last bits here.
nice. I like this extension as well. That's really good.
Thank you.
I will definitely copy that.
Do it.
Definitely.
You should do it.
I
Yes.
will.
Awesome. So we are reaching the end here, and we are about to go to the cinematics. As I say, I did a few things off camera too, and those are the things you are kind of like gonna be seeing here. So Coaster Cat, thank you again for joining me, and I'm very, very excited to record the next video, because I know you got some pretty good stuff coming up.
No problem, man. It was amazing to be here. Beautiful work.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you.
I love it, man.
Thank you so much. As you can see, I added the...
Great addition to the city, so... Yeah.
Yes, I agree, I agree. It looks
Absolutely.
super, super dope. And as you can see, we're going around the building here for a little bit too. And you guys can kind of like just see the stuff that is happening on the back here as well. So
yeah, this is great too, man. Lots
yes.
of materials, different materials, really nice.
Yes, it's...
Yeah. And I just want to say I learned a few things too, so... You know,
Hey, it's always
not too
nice.
bad.
It's always nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of the cinematics, and me and Coaster Cat will see you in our next Terra Magica video. And yeah, if you like what you see here, and yeah, I'll see you next time.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.